Lefty, we ready? Thumbs up. Maritza, thumbs up. Let's go. All right, and especially for you three, I hear the three of you, when you talked, you guys were all moving. So you guys are I'm sure, busy. We're going to be showing some data. Please stop me if you have any questions, but we want to jump right into it. And so we'll start off respecting tradition, looking ahead. You can't spell Azusa without us. The norms, honesty, respect, starting on time, keep it light, stay engaged, and make collaborative decisions. Once an Aztec, always an Aztec. And the Azusa High mission statement, especially the second paragraph, just talks about making sure that our Aztecs know how to develop relationships, they're accountable, they build their critical thinking skills, collaborative communicators, and they have a growth mindset, so that they're productive members of society. And then successes over the first 135 school days. Big shout out to Ms. Vogel, Aztec Teacher of the Year for this year. We had our Sadie's dance. Kids had fun. They had a picture booth, and they had a dancing and a bunch of games. And so the one right there with the white top right there and the blue pants, that's Letty when she was dancing. So also a big shout out to our departments and our clubs that are building gardens around the school site. They look beautiful, and they each have like a different theme around saving bees or just more green around the campus. Also, the third picture on the top is Femineers. So for any of your future female engineers, make sure they sign up for Femineers. They're working with electricity and they're working with gadgets. It's really cool. Bottom left is our choir class. They're getting better and better. Bottom right, again, congrats to Ms. Rico's daughter, Emily Ruiz. She won the Rotary Club that was between Azusa and Gladstone. And then an update, she also won the area competition where she was competing with a student from Glendora. So now she's going, when's the next one, Ms. Rico?
The next one's April 13th at the Glendora City Library.
April, and who's she competing against?
She's going to compete against, I believe, West Covina, maybe Pomona. I'm not sure who the other two are going to be, but she's going to be competing against 3 other students from other, yeah.
You better watch out, because in Pomona, you know what, Let's have to tell you what the Pomona kids do.
What do they do, Letty?
Letty graduated from Pomona, so watch out. I'm just kidding. I'm sure they're fantastic kiddos, and Emily has her work cut out for her. So just so you know, in the first competition, they can use notes. The second competition, they can use notes also, but the third one is just is it just one page, Ms. Rico, or is it just a cue
like
card?
a card and index card, yeah. So she's cutting, she's been practicing it, and Mom, ask me this question, or it's been interesting. Here, let me have Charlie say hi to you guys, because she's over here. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hey, Charlie.
Hi.
Charlie, Sonic is coming out.
Yep.
Sonic 2, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, when are we going? Sunday?
Yeah.
Let's go, Sonic 2, April 8th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like 8 or 9 days.
April 8th is coming out.
Yeah, so a few days, like 8 days.
Yeah.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye.
Yeah, so just a shout out to our Aztecs for just having fun, being scholars, and taking care of business inside and outside of the classroom. Over here, you see Pi Day, March 14th. We had the math teachers got stressed up. Our kids continue to do math. Our life skills classes they did the egg drop, where they make sure that they do experiments to see if the egg is gonna crack. A big shout out to our engineering classes. They got 12 students this year to join a summer internship with Raytheon Technologies. So they're getting paid, they're learning about engineering. 12 of our kiddos got in that, which is awesome. Also, many of our kids are getting their letters to college that they're being accepted to. Here's one of students that got accepted to UC Riverside. I just got word that a student was accepted to USC, Another student was accepted to Emory. So just it's really cool to see our Aztecs getting accepted. And then a big shout out to tennis, badminton, baseball, softball, track and field. All of these sports are in session now. And so I know Miss Lizzie's out there with Lizzie's out there with our track and field team. And I'll be out there in a bit, Miss Castaneda. Again, UCLA, USC, Stanford, Scripps, Emory University, a bunch of kids to UC Davis, UC Riverside. The list is going to get longer and longer, but I just want to give a shout out to all of our parents and all of our Aztec scholars that continue to do the good work. So before we go to the updates, any other shout outs that you guys want to give? Any other shout outs to the school, to the city, to your kiddos, to Letty or Maritza, before we jump into the updates?
To all of you guys are always doing such a great job, and thank you for talking to us today. All of you girls, though, you guys do so much for the school that goes unseen. We really appreciate you. I know we like to say that every time we come on, but really, you guys are doing an awesome job. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'd also like to thank you guys and Marita. Thanks for putting on those classes that you did last month. Even though I missed some of them, sorry. It was really nice to see you guys and to get to talk to other parents in person. So thank you.
You need to come pick up your gift, Myra.
There's a gift. Oh, nice.
And just for the next Golf Azteca, we're going to see if we can do it in person. So that way we can hang out and make sure that we get to see each other's faces more often. So we'll just jumping into the updates. For those of you that knew Lydia Sanchez, she passed earlier this year, and our services are going to be Friday, April 8th at 9 a.m. at Oakdale Mortuary and Memorial Park. So again, Friday, April 8th, for long time Aztec Lydia Sanchez. So if you wanted to show up, I'm sure a lot of our staff is going to be there. A lot of Azusa community members as well. Also, this is for LPAC. The LPAC is for our English learner students. The testing has already began. But also, if you have a junior or a senior, we also began the science state testing. So science state testing was this week. And then we have spring break next week. We have 1 week of regular school, and then we're going to jump into the English SBAC state testing for our juniors and for our seniors as well. So make sure that your kiddos are ready. Right now, I'm seeing that only Ms. Rico has a 12th grader. So just make sure that our kids are ready for SBAC. If they're taking any AP exams, that's going to be in May. If they're taking any IB exams, that's going to be in May. And then their final exams are going to be late May or early June. So who can guess how many school days are left? Nope, not you, Letty or Maritza. How many school days left, Lizzie?
I don't know. 200, no, wait, no, 100 days.
Oh,
No?
like 40 something.
Oh, there you go.
42.
50.
40 something. My age. What was that, Ms. Rico?
Yeah, I think 40 something.
40 something.
50 something.
42.
So Letty was giving all the answers. She thinks she was giving the answer. She kept on throwing up a 45. It's actually 44 because today's already done. So we have 44 school days left. Time flies when you're having fun. So hug on to your kiddos because they're going to be going to college and out the door as soon as we can blink an eye. So 44 school days left. Woo! So the block schedule, we're done with this block schedule already, but it was for the LPAC testing and for SBAC testing. And then at this time, the mascot discussions are on hold. Christina, do you want to provide an update of the things that you've done? And maybe we could get Lizzie and Ms. Rico just tuned in as to what you've been doing.
Are we talking to me right now?
I thought I said Christina.
Sorry, I was telling my brother, my son to go throw out the trash. I'm like, wait, was that for me? Because there's only 3 people here. I didn't hear my name. Wait, rewind. What were you talking about? Sorry.
So, Chris, if you can provide an update as to what you've been doing with regards to the mascot discussion, or like what is it that you would like? If you want any parents to just join in, what are some of the things that you've been doing?
Well, number one, I've been attending all the board meetings, at least the ones that I get to know about. It is very hard to kind of keep up with the dates because unless you're there at the most recent one, sometimes it could be for, like for instance, this last one was for the elementary schools. And then sometimes they mention, an update on a meeting there when it didn't pertain to us. So it's so hard to figure out where these when they're being held, but when they are, I'm very proactive. I do my best to at least, be another voice, or I don't care what I'm saying at the time. Like the last one I was at, I was just like pretty much crying because I was just so emotional, and I'm just like wanted to be another person just to speak on behalf of the school because it's tiring. I mean, I really do hope that they keep it. I hope that the board gives us an opportunity to learn, and also advocate for our school like we advocate for them. That's really important. I think as an alumni, as a parent, as a coach, you just want to be heard. So that's what I'm pretty much doing. I'm just at these meetings as much as possible, repeating everything that I'm saying over and over until hopefully that they do listen and they get to kind of understand why we're saying what we're saying and why we want the change.
Got it. Any questions? They are looking at hopefully meeting with folks soon with regards to a mascot discussion. And then the next principal, Mr. Fernandez, is working with district admin. They're looking for rooms to place classrooms, and just an update with regards to the school theater. Miss Christina, the theater is going to be converted into 2 classrooms, which is the hard news. But the good news is that they're going to make an even better theater in a different location, and they're thinking that once all the students come, that they're going to move towards Foothill, but they're going to make the theater with the updated lights and sound system, which in the long run, it was Mr. Lewis's dream to have a up-to-date theater. And then the plaque will be moved once we know where the new theater is going to be at. So not only are they looking for space for classrooms, but there's also going to be moving some of the big, some of our current classes are going to be moving as well. So any questions? Yes,
I think that would be amazing to do that. To see that even be a thought is very cool. He would have loved that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like they have really good plans for Foothill. How they're going to be utilizing it. So I'm excited to see that. And also, I know that they're working closely with the city to close the Rockville, at least temporarily during the day, so that our students are safe when they cross over to Foothill.
Yep. Lots of different ideas as to, again, not for next year, but the following year, how our kiddos would get to and from Foothill. All right, this is where the wanted to send some successes around the Youth Truth Survey. First off, want to give a big shout out. Not only did our students have the most surveys completed, not only did our staff have the most surveys completed, but our parents also had the most surveys completed. So a big shout out to our parents, Letty Maritza, for encouraging our parents to fill those out. So with the data, some successes that did come up is that when it came to engagement in the school, our students saw an increase in that area. So they saw an increase that they felt more engaged in the class and with teachers. The second one is that the students stated that they feel more comfortable talking about topics having to do with belonging. And so we think that because our teachers are doing more check-ins with our students on a daily basis, instead of just coming in and get to teaching, our teachers have been doing some check-ins, different types of check-ins with students. And so that also increased as a whole with the different themes. We had 8 different themes that increased. So we wanted to celebrate that. And something that came up that was interesting is that that our students and our parent overall survey data was higher. It had more increases than our staff. And so one staff member said, like why are we being so harsh on ourselves if our students and our staff are saying one thing and as a staff we're saying another? Like usually we need to be on the same page with with what's going on. And so it was interesting to see that our staff started reflecting about like, hey, maybe we're being too harsh on ourselves. It's a tough year coming back from COVID, and a year and a half, 2 years of many of our students fell behind. So next slide. So these were some next steps that we decided, like, okay, we looked at all the data. These are 3 of the things that we want to focus on. One is that we want to make sure that we do not lower the standards when it comes to discipline. If a kid, we for sure we want to motivate kids when they're doing the right thing. We want to encourage them. We want to make sure that our kiddos are staying focused. But at the same time, if a rule is broken, we need to make sure that the kids are held accountable as well. So that was the first one. The next one is that we decided that if there is an area that we want to take a deeper dive into, that we should include them in our lesson plans for PBIS with our staff. And so how do we include them so that we can teach our kids about discipline or not even discipline, but just if they say that they don't feel engaged in class, like make sure that we identify the low points and have some PBIS lessons or student activities around those. And finally, the staff decided that they want to continue doing the social emotional supports in our classes on a daily or weekly basis, but they want to make sure that they check in with students more regularly than in the past. Here are a couple things. So again, as a whole, the highest rated things that we got was that our students felt better prepared for college and career. Also, they felt that there was belonging and peer collaboration. So in the classroom, again, they felt that they belonged in the class and they enjoyed working with their neighbors and peer collaboration. The lowest rated things were relationships and engagement. So it's kind of weird that belonging and peer collaboration were the highest. And then they also identified that relationships and engagement were lower. The next slide. The highest rated question that we had is that the students understand in order to get a good grade, they have to work hard in class, which is good to know. And the lowest rated one, which was surprising, was that the students felt that if they needed to get extra help, that they were not sure if their teachers were willing to help them, which is interesting because we know that our teachers have like either tutoring during lunch or after school, as long as the students make an appointment. And so we're thinking that making sure we ask our teachers to make sure that they remind the students when they're available for extra support. All right, this one's going to be quick, team. But basically, if you look at the engagement that we talked about, you notice that 9th, 11th, and 12th are way higher than our 10th graders when it comes to like how they feel engaged in class, perceive themselves with their school and their education. The next one talks about culture of respect and fairness in the school. Again, look at 9 and 11, and then see which one was the lowest again. Go to the next slide. This one describes students feel welcome at their school and have collaborative relationships with their classmates. Again, this was one of our highest ones. And if you notice, again, one grade level tends to be lagging behind the others. And the last slide, students feel that they receive support and personal attention from their teachers. So who sees a common theme showing up, a common pattern?
Thought the kids are not really feeling their support.
Well, but particularly, what group of kids?
The older kids.
Is it the older?
I think was it not the older? Or am I backwards?
What do you think,
I think
Lizzie?
it's the 10th graders. The 10th graders.
Mm-hmm. So if we go back through every single slide, the 10th graders have the lowest rating on all four of those important themes.
But I also think that the pandemic affected them because remember when they came in, they're coming in almost as ninth graders because they had no experience. So they're not feeling the warmth of being a ninth grader and jumping into the things like regular ninth graders would. They probably have the most pressure on them because they're coming in like, okay, cool, we're in with the ninth graders because we don't know anybody still. They just
Yes,
did
I
their
agree.
classwork and they know their kids from from junior high still. So I think they're stuck.
Yeah, my son said that he felt like a freshman
Well,
when he came in.
any other thoughts? For sure. We heard similar thoughts in our first meeting with our Spanish parents. Any other thoughts as to why we think the 10th graders are lagging?
I just have to agree. Sorry, I'm at Lowe's getting soil for the internet club. That it was a little bit harder for them, coming into high school and just getting back into the rhythm of things was a little bit harder for them. If they didn't have like a good support system at home or just felt intimidated, being online with other people they didn't know. So yeah, a lot of stuff that happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and on top of that, social anxiety too. I
Hey
mean,
guys,
along with everybody, but social anxiety more than anything.
yeah, and we'll jump into that, but just somebody boring just walked in. I'm trying to kick him out. Look at Mr. Weakness right there.
What's up, Rob?
Muscles. I'm going to see this. Hey, so yes to all of that. Also, it's it's also known that our students struggled during the pandemic for grades. So just imagine a 10th grader that last year struggled in grades as a ninth grader, then they come as a 10th grader and they still feel like ninth graders. And yes, everything, Lizzie, Miss Rico, Christina, everything that you guys said makes sense. And I just want to throw in the grading component. Imagine taking really a year of distance learning, computer learning, and you don't do as well as you had done before. And then you come and it was a horrible year. And then you realize that you're already behind in credits. It's like a double whammy for our 10th graders. So I know Ms. Rico has a 10th grader. Lizzie, you have a 10th grader. Like, let's make sure that we hug our kiddos and remind them that we're there for them and make sure they motivate their friends to pick up the grades. Go ahead, Lizzie.
I have a like a little comment. When my son started middle school, I actually signed him up for summer school at Foothills so he could get familiar with the school. And then so when the year starts, then he will be okay. Since COVID happened, it was during his 8th grade, and then he came straight to high school, his 10th grade. It's like a big change. So I think that has a lot to do with a lot of it with the kids as well. Even though, Tommy has a lot of support with my husband and I, his tias, his cousins, he has a lot of support. He's always said he feels like a freshman.
Yeah. So the data is very clear. Our 10th graders is our cohort that's struggling the most, and the grades show that as well. So again, hug your kiddos, all of them, but especially the 10th graders, hug them a little bit tighter. Again, let's continue to have a fantastic 65th year, the same age as Maritza and Letty, 65. So let's make sure we end the year with a bang. All right. And I'm going to pass it off to Maritza and Letty.
Yeah, 65 years added together. So divide that by 2. Well, I just wanted to put it on everyone's radar, all of our parents and our caregivers, that community schools, which is the initiative that I'm a part of and is what brought me to the school 3 years ago, we're having our annual parent survey. And I know surveys are overwhelming and tiresome, there's a purpose, and I hope that you are able to participate in the survey. It's going to run the whole month of April, and it's really for the feedback on parents and caregivers point of view. It's not a district survey. The district isn't going to review these responses. This is going to be through UCLA and the Department of Mental Health, who are funding the Community Schools Initiative at Azusa High School and 14 other schools. So we invite you, when you see the link for that survey, we invite you to dedicate 10-15 minutes to provide your responses and how the quality and service that I provided, that Tanya has provided, that the resources and the changes that maybe you've seen in the school, or maybe some improvements that you would like to see through the school and the impact on the school. We just appreciate your responses for that survey that you'll see in the month of April. And again, the participation for this will be confidential, and the feedback will be a positive impact on your child and on you for the school of Azusa High. Thank you.
Okay, and our upcoming events for April, tomorrow, April 1st, is a minimum day, and that's real. So please make sure you pick up your kids at 12:35. That's not a joke. That's not an April Fool's joke. Pick them up at 12:35. Okay, we got spring break. Finally, we've survived. I believe it'll be from April 4th through the 8th. Dr. Gomez thinks he's going to sleep in. He ain't going to sleep in. He's not. And then the 14th, we have Cafe Azteca. April 15th is the last day for Justin's online orders, and that's for our senior parents. And then April 18th through the 22nd, we continue with we'll have SBAC testing, and we'll be back on block schedule. Then we have on April 22nd, from 6 to 7, Chaos in the Canyon event will be held in the gym. We're hoping your kids will show up that day. Let's push those sophomores to join that, right? And it's also the end of the 5th triad. And then we'll end again April with coffee with the principal, and hopefully we'll be able to do that in person. And maybe we'll see if we keep it in the afternoon, or if there's a better time to reach you guys. Let us know, because we would love for you guys to be here in person. So let us know what works for you guys, morning or afternoon, and we'll still have that coffee for you guys. Okay. And then the 29th, we have 6/25, we have a virtual Student of the Month celebration. Yes, Miss Rico?
Yeah, I have a question about graduation. I see that on the calendar it says June 7th at 10 a.m. Is that accurate, or can it change?
As of right now, it is accurate, Miss Rico. There's as long as the COVID is good, yeah, June 7th at 10 a.m. is accurate. There will be one big event.
One big one. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I love that Letty reminded us about the Chaos in the Canyon. So Lizzie, I know your son hasn't been a part of it. I don't know if he bought a ticket, but it's a really cool, it's like a night rally. The Chaos in the Canyon is a night rally. It's fun. The different grade levels wear their school color, like purple, orange, blue, white. They wear their school colors, and then they go and it's like a little dance party. It's really cool. And then they get points for the different things that they do.
I did know about it, but he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go.
Oh, good. It's fun. It's gonna be fun.
Okay,
if he changes his mind, that'd be
remind
cool.
him again. No, I'll keep pushing it, but yeah, as of right now, I'm getting a no.
Next slide, Letty. Just a reminder, follow us, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go on our website, but most importantly, I know the three of you already do it, but make sure that you check out the Aries. Make sure that you check your students' grades, attendance, homework, tardies on a daily basis. We forgot to mention, Saturday school is coming back. So if you want to, it's a Saturday school, so you could go have lunch with your husband. Saturday school is coming back. And it's we're looking at starting April 23rd. We're not sure if that's going to be the start date, but just FYI. And for sure for next year, plan that Saturday school will be here.
Awesome.
Yep. So hey, so really quick, Christina, just make sure for next year it's a good time to we did it before. If you want to make sure that your cheer team comes on a Saturday, team up with a teacher, get over 20 of your cheerleaders to sign up. They can go to one class study session, and then after they do their workouts with you.
Awesome. That's cool. Thank you.
Yep. There's my email. Thank you, M. Gomez 4. The three of you have emailed me already, so we're all good. Any questions? This is your time, team. This is your time.
I don't think so.
Hey, Christina, did the mats come in already?
Did the what already?
The mats come in?
No, not yet. And I need 2 more in order to have competition.
So 2 more than the ones that you already
Yeah,
got?
I mean, but we'll raise money for that. We have in order to have hold a competition. I was talking to Kelly, the athletic trainer. We need to have a mat for girls who are going to be tumbling for a tumbling division, and then you need to have another mat for girls who are going to warm up their stunts before they compete. So we do need to have 2 more, but it doesn't matter because that's literally so doable. Getting the 4 or 5 mats at $5,000, it's like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So
we'll talk offline again, and
yeah.
give me a call after, and we'll talk a little bit.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Ms. Rico, what's up?
Also, this Saturday, our Interact students are going to be doing a presentation at the community garden at Memorial Park. It is the city's green and clean kickoff month for April. So if you guys want to anything to do Saturday morning, come out and support our Interact students in their presentation. They're also going to be giving away seeds if you want to start your own little garden.
I need to get the Interact kids to my house because my front yard has no plants.
Yes, please. That's the same thing Mary Turner was saying. Why don't we just get them to my house to clean my yard? So why not? You can have a little party for them and they'll clean your front yard.
That'll be awesome.
That actually sounds like a really good fundraiser you guys should do.
Right? Like, seriously, that's awesome.
No, really, that would be a really cool fundraiser.
That should be extra credit when you go to someone's yard.
Right? No, yeah. Right now I'm heading to the garden. They're gonna prep their box for the presentation on Saturday. So we'll be here at the community garden for a little while.
Let's go. And you have a high GPA team with you, so you guys are gonna be fine, Ms. Rico.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Awesome kids.
Yep. Any questions, Ms. Lizzie?
No. Well, yeah,
Yes.
not a question, but can you save a letter for my son, his varsity letter, before you guys run out?
Do they get it their don't they give it to them their junior year or something? I can't remember what the rules are like because every school has a different rule as to when they're given. Are they give them to a freshman if they're in varsity?
No, they'll get them as soon as whatever team that they make, they're able to receive their letter so long as they were in varsity, regardless of their grade. The coaches have to qualify them to receive a letter. So even if you're in varsity, it doesn't technically mean you're going to get a letter. But he has
got
one.
his letter. Yeah, he got his letter his freshman year. Coach Spence gave it to him, but the school didn't have the actual letters, so he couldn't get his letter. But they're in now. That's why before you guys run out.
Yeah, they're in now.
Okay, so make sure you email.
actually
Brownstead and
emailed his
tell him.
coach right now. Yeah, I emailed him right now just to double check, just because I know those jackets are expensive and I want to get a jump on it.
Yep. He's actually out there right now, so you can talk to him. Hey, and the new
No,
jackets are.
no, he is out there, but he's actually working. I don't want to be like, hey, come over here.
Yeah. And the new jackets, the new Letterman jackets, are looking cooler and cooler. It's pretty awesome. Not like in 1968 with Christina Cruz Thomas's jacket. It's all.
Hey,
I wouldn't even go there. I totally would not even go there. I am probably the youngest one here, so stop. Wait, you know what though? Wait, before we do all that, I mean, what's going to happen if we change the colors?
That's true.
Will we get new letters for new jackets? I mean, well, how would that go?
Again,
I would say, you know what, if that's the case, we're wearing Azusa jackets to the school, and if it's not, I would hope that maybe that could be enough fun too for everybody who has to rebrand their own clothing, because that's crazy.
that is, yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Well, you guys know what you have to do on your end, so good luck with that.
I know.
And let's go. Letty, Merza, any closing statements, any comments?
Thank you always for all your support. We really hope to see you guys in person. Please let us know what would work for you guys. If you guys feel comfortable enough to come in with the Spanish group, great. But whatever works for you guys, and if you guys just can keep, spreading the word about our meetings. Also, I hope you guys checking your Instagram and all that we have. I think leadership kids that break into groups and are working on things. I think there's a group that's collecting elementary age school reading books, and you guys can drop them off like in the main office. That's just one of the ones that I've heard of. I know there's other things going on campus, but I mean, thank you, ladies, for everything that you do. Your kids are great. They're very sweet, and we love working with them. And so thank you so much. Yes, Miss Rico?
Yes, interactors are also collecting supplies for Ukrainian refugees in the front office. Thank you,
Perfect.
Leslie.
So thank you guys. Thank you for all you do. And really, we appreciate your support. So thank you so much. And, hopefully we continue to do more parent workshops and other things that engage more parents to show up as well. So, but thank you guys for your time. Because, there you are at games, at parks, at work, everything. And you guys show up and we appreciate it. So thank you so much.
And on my part, just so you know, today's the first day applications are being submitted for the Breathe LA County Guaranteed Income Program, which is basically you go to Breathe LA County, and you submit your name, you check to see if you're within the eligible living residential area, and then you put your name in for a lottery to win possibly $1,000 a month for the next 3 years. It's like a case study. Applications start today, so check it out. If you need help, contact me here at the Parent Center, and I can submit that application for you. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
All right, everybody. We'll talk soon. Christina, Ms. Rico, Lizzie, I'll see you in person in a bit. But Ms. Rico and Ms. Thomas, we'll talk soon.
Thanks so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.
See ya.